We're going to play you some songs that are other people's songs you may recognize, and some of our own songs as well. Thanks. Anybody know who wrote that song? Yeah, Bob Marley. We got a great age range out here tonight. See those little girls? There's a little one next to the girl in the dress. That's probably the bottom of the age range. Who's the top of the range? Oh, never mind. Never mind. We'll let you keep that to yourself. So, like I said, we're going to do a mix of some songs that are our own and some cover tunes. This next one is one that we wrote, and it's called Edge of America. And it actually was inspired by a cab ride that I took in Philadelphia some years ago, where I started talking to a cab driver. He was telling me about how he was a doctor in Nigeria, and he quit and brought his family over here. And he was driving a cab in Philly because he felt like there were much better opportunities in this country for his daughters, as daughters of a cab driver, than there were for those girls back in Nigeria. And it got me thinking about how many people come to this country to find opportunities that they can't find back home. And you know, whether the people came over in 1620 or came over in the 1700s or 1880s like my people, or came over in 1970, or came over even this year, this country is comprised of people who have a lot of courage and coming and looking for a better life for their family. And that story is just about how long it takes Monique to tune the banjo. So this is Edge of America.
need a PhD to drive a cab all night the way I do. Before you raise your voice, tell me where you're going to. Back home they call me sir, and I'll take you where you wanna go. But you will never know. You will never know. You will never know the best things that I did. Oh, oh, edge of America. Oh, oh, edge of America. Oh, oh, edge of America. On TV screens and magazines, I see the things I need to buy. Another day, another way to make her cry. Pages turn too soon, and dreams of how it's gonna be. But you will never see. You will never see. You will never see all I left behind. Oh, 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 edge of America. Oh, 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 edge of America. Oh, 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 edge of America. It's cash on Fridays, English only spoken here. The shadow man kicking back the nighttime fears. I'll bring her home before the money disappears, and I will always be. I will always be. I will always be on the edge. Oh, 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 edge of America. Oh, 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 edge of America. Oh, 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 edge of America.
Well, thanks so much. So this next song, we were asked to make contribute a song to a seasonal compilation that came out in December of Christmas and wintertime songs, and we wanted to pick out one that would appeal to, I don't know, we didn't know who it should appeal for the season. It should be part of the season. So I started thinking back to, well,
It's a nice way of saying we thought about which one to do, right?
yes. She knows me well. Anyway, I wanted to do a Simon and Garfunkel song because I thought that would be a nice folky thing to do, right? She wanted to do a song by the Bangles.
Well, I'm an 80s girl, you know.
So luckily for us and our marriage, there's one song that was done by Simon and Garfunkel and the Bangles. And that's the one we're going to do. And that's the one we put on that album.
Time, see what's become of me. While I looked around for my possibilities, I was so hard to please. Don't look around, leaves are brown, and the the sky is a hazy shade of winter. Hear the Salvation Army band. Down by the riverside, there's bound to be a better ride than what you've got planned. Carry your cup in your hand and look around. Leaves are brown now, and the sky is a hazy shade of winter. Hang on to your hopes, my friend. That's an easy thing to say, but if your hopes should pass away, simply pretend that you can build them again. And look around, the grass is high, the fields are ripe. It's the springtime of my life. Oh, seasons change with the scenery, weaving time in a tapestry. Won't you stop and remember me at any convenient time? Funny how my memory skips while looking over manuscripts of unpublished rhyme, drinking my vodka and lime. I look around, the leaves are brown now, and the sky is a hazy shade of winter. Look around, leaves are brown, there's a patch of snow on the ground. Look around, leaves are brown, there's a patch of snow on the ground. Look around, leaves are brown, there's a patch of snow on the ground.
So thanks a lot. That was a good compromise, right? Anybody know the Bangles version of that? Nobody. Not, oh, one. Okay. Well, Monique, these are primarily my people, not your people. There's only one out there, Bangles. All right. Did you know that song by them? Yeah? Did you know it was a Simon Garfunkel song? Paul Simon wrote that. So, well, Monique tunes her banjo. I'll tell you, we are Crow's pasture, and we have some albums. We had an album just came out in June, CDs they are, and we've got 3 or 4 of them in all, and you're welcome to come up and take a look. We have a mailing list. If you don't want to buy a CD, that's perfectly fine. Join our mailing list, which is an email mailing list, and then you can find out when we're playing again, and you can come out and you can throw rocks and tomatoes or listen to some of the songs. So this next song is another original tune, and this one I wrote after I had a big birthday, and I realized that these big birthdays were coming up so quickly. I couldn't believe it. You know, when you're a kid and you're 9 and you want to be double digits, that's great, 10, and then you want to be a teenager, and then you want to be able to drive. Those can come quickly, but the decades aren't supposed to pass just like that, or like that. So anyway, I wrote this song. It's called Slow It Down.
I've been drinking, sometimes thinking of you. You knew just what you wanted to do. Now I have seen all the pretty people in your scene. Watched them on the TV, read about them in the magazine. Slow it down, look around before you hit the ground. Yesterday I watched the sky turn dark. Late afternoon, it got colder, and I was older than you. Slow it down, look around before you hit the ground. You gotta slow it down. Close my eyes and I realize that my path still lies with you. Laughs and cries till we grow old and wise. There ain't no prize but you. Slow it down, look around before you hit the ground. You gotta slow it down.
All right, thanks so much. Everything sounded good out there. Are we loud enough, quiet enough, just right? Just right, 2 thumbs up.
Thank
All
you.
right, perfect. You don't have to applaud. That was just inquiring about our volume, not the, only that, but okay.
I liked it. I'll take any applause.
So we're next going to do a tune by a singer-songwriter named Mary Gauthier. Anybody know Mary Gauthier? Yes. Okay. So those of you who don't, we're happy to introduce her work to you because she's a tremendous songwriter. She wrote this song about 15 years ago, and it's sort of as if she wrote it today. It's called Mercy Now.
My father could use a little mercy now. The fruits of his labor fall and rot slowly on the ground. His work is almost over, it won't be long, he won't be around. I love my father, he could use some mercy now.
My brother could use a little mercy now. He's a stranger to freedom. He's shackled to his fear and his doubt. pain that he lives in, it's almost more than living will allow. I love my brother, he could use some mercy now. My church and my country could use a little mercy now. As they sink into a poison pit,
It's gonna take forever to climb out.
they carry the weight of the faithful who follow them down. I love my country, it could use some mercy now. Every living thing could use a little mercy now. Only the hand of grace can end this race towards another mushroom cloud.
The people in power, they'll do anything to keep their crown.
I love life, and life itself could use some mercy now. Yeah, we all could use a little mercy now.
I know we don't deserve it,
But we need it anyhow. We hang in the balance, dangled between hell and hallowed ground. Every single one of us could use some mercy now. Every single one of us could use some mercy now. Every single one of us could use some mercy now. Isn't that a great song? Mary Gauthier, you should check her out. She spells her name Gauthier, nothing like it sounds, Gauthier. Gauthier, and we thank her for writing that song. It's a beauty. So this next song is an original tune about two things that people generally don't think of together, and one of them is one of the worst things, or maybe the worst thing that happened in the lifetime of a lot of us, and that's when the World Trade Center towers fell on September 11, 2001. And the other thing that this song is about is something that happened at that same location 37 years earlier, when the towers were being built, and they weren't yet fully completed, but they were at their full height. There was a young Frenchman named Philippe Petit who came to New York City, and he saw the towers, and he decided he was going to string a high wire across from one tower to the other and do a tightrope walk across 1,000 feet above New York City. And amazing act of courage. He actually did it. It was a remarkable story. There's a movie about it and books about it, and you should check them out.
you gotta tell him his name.
You're Philippe Petit. You all got that, right? Monique was tuning her banjo.
Right. It's always the banjo.
Yeah.
Philippe Petit.
And anyway, it's an amazing story. So this song is sort of about those two events, this terrible event, but also this event of amazing inspiration and courage at the same site. It's called High Wire.
Take me away to a place I've never been before. I'll know the way when I open up the
In the summer of '74, I knew my life could be much more. Tallest thing that I have seen, I need a wire to walk between.
Twin Towers sway 1,000 feet above the waking day. New York City out to play. Take me away out on the high wire. I'm gonna stay out on the high wire, but I can't stay. 37 years have gone away in the world today. Troubled times won't stay Once on a dare, I lived a dream. I danced in the air, and now there's nothing
On a bright September day, blue and white turned black and gray. 4,000 souls took flight, where they were still, there now is light.
I am the moon, silver ball in a black lagoon, waiting for the day you'll be with me to stay. Take me away out on the high wire. I'm gonna stay out on the high wire. Okay, everything okay? All right. Well, what a nice night it is. The weather's perfect, isn't it? I think. And you guys are all here. That's wonderful. Yeah, okay. So the next song we'll do for you is a song that I wrote recently for my mother. And my mother is 89, and she's doing quite well.
But I've noticed over the last few years particularly, our roles are changing a little bit in that there's things that she used to always do for me and be able to do for me that now I need to do for her and help her with. And it's very noticeable with my mom because she was always such a terrific, highly competent person, and now she needs some help from me. And I think that happens in a lot of long-term relationships. And I've noticed it even now with our kids. Our youngest is 14, and he's already doing for me things that I used to do and that I can't do.
Like Facebook and Instagram.
Like anything that you plug in, basically.
Yeah, basically.
So it happened. So anyway, so that's what this song is. This was for my mom, thinking about her and my appreciation for her and my appreciation for my son, who's telling me how things work.
So many ways to be good. You don't need me to say that you should. Through time it'll be understood. There's so many ways to be good.
There was a time you could carry the load, shoulder burdens when others had bowed. Now there's a debt you won't say that you're owed, and I'll be the one who will carry the load.
Now your voice is a whisper and sigh, but I can't miss the look in your eye. There's no place where I'm more understood. There's so many ways to be good. So many ways to be good. You don't need me to say that you should. Through time it'll be understood. There's so many ways to be good. She remembers the dress that she wore when she danced him right off the floor. But each day when he walks through the door, she wonders what he's there for.
There's a park where the old soldiers go, where they talk to their brothers below, and remember the ground where they stood. There's so many ways to be good. So many ways to be good. You don't need me to say that you should. Through time it'll be understood. There's so many ways to be good. So many ways to be good. You don't need me to say that you should. Through time it'll be understood. There's so many ways to be good. There's so many ways
So we're going to play another original now. And it's about a man who was once the most famous man in the world. So...
Don't tell him who it was. Make him
you
guess.
can guess. And you'll probably figure it out pretty soon in the song.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Ain't nobody gonna lay a glove on me. I'll keep fighting until they set me free. I got some people down in Louisville to see. I got some people down in Louisville to see. Don't call me Cassius, that's not my name. I'm not part of your father's slave trade game. Muhammad Ali, that suits me just fine, even south of the Mason-Dixon line. Way down south of the Mason-Dixon line. Ain't nobody who can dance the way I do.
The way I do.
Ask Sonny Liston, he'll explain it all to you. Sometimes you need to take a hit or two and just lean on the ropes till you get through. Yeah, sometimes you take a hit or two. Don't do much reading, but I know what's right and wrong. I have no beef with them North Viet Cong. The fight's the medium, but here's my message strong to my brothers in this place that don't belong. Everybody in this world must get along. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Ain't nobody gonna lay a glove on me. I'll keep fighting till this body sets me free. I got some people down in Louisville to see. I got some people down in Louisville to see. So, did you guess who was it? Muhammad Ali. All right, you got it, man. So a lot of the songs that we do are sort of couple songs, and they usually have a good ending or they say something nice. This one is an original tune that's a relationship song, but it doesn't end well. So I want to tell you right now, before I even play the first note, this is not about us. This is some other relationship, okay? I know you're worried. That I won't show. step back from the line. I know you think that we got time, but I can't let it go. I think it's time for you to know, though you need me now, like I needed you when you took my heart and you broke it into pieces as you danced and looked my way. I turned my head and walked away. And now you want a second chance to play a part inside a cheap romance, to start again like nothing broke. Before the fall, like when we woke up to the sunrise on the square, and time was stopped and breath was air, and I looked at you like you looked at me. There was nothing else anyone could see, and we danced through night and day. You promised me we'd always stay that way. And now you wanna know about the cards that I won't show. Well, take a look at where we've been. You think that I should let you in, but I can't let it go. I think it's time for you to know, though you need me now, like I needed you when you took my heart and you broke it into pieces as you danced and looked my way. I turned my head and walked away. Once I looked at you like you looked at me. There was nothing else anyone could see, and we danced through night and day. You promised me we'd always stay that way. So we're going to play a Bob Dylan song. We like playing Bob Dylan tunes, and we don't want to be karaoke and just sound like Bob Dylan, although people say I sound like Bob Dylan, but I'm not trying to. And this song is called Shelter from the Storm, and it was on our album that came out in 2017. And, people know this song, right? A lot of people know this, Shelter from the Storm, right? So I always thought it was about a relationship where he was seeking somebody, a partner in life who would sort of complete him and give him shelter from the storm. That's how I always kind of heard the song. And as we were playing out throughout 2018, we had a tough year in 2018 in terms of losing people close to us. We lost 3 family members and people close to us. And as throughout the year we were singing this song, we started to understand it in a little bit different way. And we realized that there's some people who who live life with a lot of pain, unfortunately, and sometimes they find shelter from the storm, by moving on. And so as we performed this song, it took on an entirely different meaning, like all the lyrics different. So anyway, I just want to share that with you. You guys can take it as you take it. Was in another lifetime, one of toil and blood, when blackness was a virtue and the road was full of mud. I came in from the wilderness, a creature void of form. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. And if I pass this way again, you can rest assured I'll always do my best for her. On that I give my word. In a world of still-eyed death and men who are fighting to be warm. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm.
Not a word was spoke between us. There was little risk involved. Everything up to that point had been left unresolved. Try imagining a place where it's always safe and warm. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm.
I burned out from exhaustion and buried in the hail, poisoned in the bushes and blown out on the trail. I was hunted like a crocodile and ravaged in the cold. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Well, suddenly I turned around and she was standing there with silver bracelets on her wrists and flowers in her hair. She walked up to me so gracefully and took my crown of thorns. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm.
I've heard newborn babies wailing like a mourning dove, and old men with broken teeth stranded without love. Do I understand your question, Ben? Is it helpless and forlorn? Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Now I'm living in a foreign country, but I'm bound to cross the line. Beauty walks a razor's edge. One day I'll make it mine. If I could only turn back the clock to when God and her were born. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Thank you so much.
All right, thanks. We got two more songs that we're going to do. I think we can get them in the daylight. or The Moonlight. One of them is 16 minutes long, and there's 35 verses. No, I'm just kidding. So, do you want to introduce the second to last song?
Well, okay, sure. I hinted earlier that I'm an 80s girl, so this next song is a song that I listened to a lot in the 80s on MTV. I watched MTV a lot, probably a little more than I should have back then. It's by Pat Benatar. Do you guys know Pat Benatar? All right, cool. So this is a great, inspiring song called We Belong. We belong to the light. We belong to the thunder. Many times I've tried to tell you, many times I've cried alone. Always I'm surprised how well you cut my feelings to the bone. Don't wanna leave you really, I've invested too much time to give you up that easy to the doubts that complicate your mind. We belong to the light, we belong to the thunder. We belong to the sound of the words we both falling under. Whatever we deny or embrace, for worse or for better, we belong, we belong, we belong together. Maybe it's a sign of weakness when I don't know what to say. Maybe I just wouldn't know what to do with my strength anyway. Have we become a habit? Did we distort the facts? Now there's no looking forward. Now there's no turning back when you say we belong to the light, we belong to the thunder. We belong to the sound of the words we both falling under. Whatever we deny or embrace, for worse or for better, we belong, we belong, we belong together. Close your eyes and try to sleep now. Close your eyes and try to dream. Clear your mind and do your best to try and wash the palate clean. We can't begin to notice how much we really care. I hear your voice inside me, I see your face everywhere. Still you say we belong to the light, we belong to the thunder. We belong to the sound of the words we both falling under. Whatever we deny or embrace, for worse or for better, we belong, we belong, we belong together. We belong to the light, we belong to the thunder. We belong to the sound of the words we both falling under. Whatever we deny or embrace, for worse or for better, we belong, we belong, we belong together. We belong, we belong, we belong together.
All right, thanks so much. Thanks for sticking with us tonight. And this is going to be our last tune. And if you want to come up afterwards and say hello, please do. We like to meet you all. And this song is an autobiographical song. It's about us, I think. I can't tell from the pieces what it's gonna look like when we finally put it back together. Time don't stop, but it sure freezes. I'll wait for you till the bottom of my heart is empty, 'cause I know we'll always have our seasons, and I know we'll always have a reason. You never know about the changes till you look back and don't recognize the places where you've been, and all the people look like strangers, and you wonder how you ever came to be the way that you are when you're singing with your baby, playing guitar. Need me to